Well, I guess the season is slowly ramping up. And if you really think about what's going on in the last few days, let's see, I don't know, 2 or 3 or 4 days ago that blower came in. Then yesterday this came in, the generator, and he just wanted the governor adjusted. Well, the governor's blown out. I think I told you this in yesterday's video. I had to get a magnet into the oil sump and pull that out, and that was blown. So he said, go ahead and replace the governor, which means I have to open up the engine. So I started taking the electrical panel off, see which kind there is. Sometimes this thing is in here, and other times it's in here. So I wanted to see which one I had. So I got to take that out, and then I take the brushes out from behind that, disconnect this wire and this wire, disconnect these 2 wires. I've already loosened that bolt, and then it'll pop out. So then I got to take the engine out, open up the engine, and replace that governor. And then this morning, this mower showed up, and they brought the belts. So I'll work on that in the morning. And the drive belt is the one she's most concerned about, and I would agree it's in really bad shape. Can't hardly see it over on this side. I'll come over here so we can see it better, but it's all chewed up. It just ate up bad. So I've spun the pulleys, and they don't seem to be sticking. This will have a PTO, so I got to drop that. That's always heavy. And then we'll take the belt out and replace it. So when I was dragging this over, the beast started acting funny, like it was not getting enough gas. I had to choke it to keep it running. So ended up taking the carburetor off to clean it. Thing is, I just cleaned it, I don't know, not long ago. Let's put it that way. It was before winter, but I just cleaned it. So the only thing I can think is the fuel lines were degrading. So I cleaned it and changed out the fuel lines, put it back together. Runs great. So of course it started acting up about 15 or 20 minutes into the run. So there's no oil leaks on it. So the only thing it could be that's not fuel related that would cause that condition is a sump gasket or a breather tube. But it would have to be really bad for that to happen. So I'm just going to say that the fuel line was crudted up. And I'll run it again, see if we have this problem. So it seems like we're picking up business. I was shocked the guy with the generator would call back. I really was. Yesterday's video, I was telling you, I didn't think he'd call. I really thought that that was the end of that job. But he did, so I was surprised. Not only did he call, he wants me to fix it. So, I mean, it's not hard to change out the governor. It's just if there's anything else wrong with it, you know, you're in it. But I've already ordered the parts, so he authorized it, and I told him it was just an estimate several times, so he would understand that I didn't have any firm numbers. He seemed like he was okay with it, so, well, I mean, he was fine with it, not just okay. And so this is pretty exciting. I'm really excited. Things are starting to pick back up. I didn't get much done today. Well, I don't know. I mean, I've been busy all day. I wanted to get that beast cleaned up first. And, you know, come out here to work on this, I would have to change my clothes because you got to crawl around on the ground to clean this. So I thought, well, I tell you what. She's not, she already agreed that she'll take this tomorrow. She wasn't going to come back today. So I'll get this finished in the morning, no problem. Get it up and running. Then I can work on that generator, or the beast today, because if I get any more mowers, I'm gonna need it. I gotta have it so I can transport them across here. So, and I'll tell you, this brick system is working out fantastic. There was no lifting with 3 bit bricks. I don't know, I could have probably used less bricks, I don't know. But it pulled that right up this hill, you know, it brought it over and brought it up the hill. I was able to turn very smoothly. Usually when I have to come around that corner over there, I'll turn the wheels, but it won't actually turn because the wheels are kind of off the ground. So I'll have to back up and then do it again, back up, do it again. But it turned it this time and pulled right up. I didn't have to, my front wheels didn't come up off the ground at once. I mean, it was so much more comfortable. I was afraid it was going to, because I've done it so many times that it's just a constant fear that you're going to come off the ground. But it just, you can see the tracks, it just digs in and pulls up. I mean, it really digs in. That's fantastic. But usually the front wheels will start sliding about right here, and you'll see the slide marks, but it didn't slide this time. There's the rear wheels digging in there. So came up. Yeah, I don't see any sliding. There's the digging in there. It dug in. So and then you got to get over this bump on the sidewalk, and when it bumps up, I mean, those front wheels fly off the ground. It's frightening. But it didn't do it that time. It just bumped up and continued on, turned just perfectly. So I'm telling you, that brick idea was just a fantastic idea. Now I know the trolls are still telling me that's never going to work, so I don't know what to tell them. I mean, obviously I'm lying, because there's just no way that's going to work. I mean, the tow system I put in last July, I think, and I've towed maybe a dozen lawnmowers with it already. But the trolls keep telling me that is never going to work. But the only thing that didn't work about it was I didn't have enough front-end weight. But that's never going to work. And so I don't know how to make it work. I mean, I'm able to get the lawnmowers around now, so, but that's really all I wanted. I'm not really sure what I can do to make it work, though, because it doesn't work, obviously, because the trolls said so. I mean, and the thing is, they'll get in on this video also and say, that's never going to work, even though I just showed you there are no skid marks. There's only digging marks. I don't see any skids where the front wheels, you know, you turn front wheels and they just keep going straight. So you turn the front wheels and it just keeps on going. You don't see any of that this time. So it just pulled right up. There is a little bit here, but that doesn't make any sense, because by this time the front wheels were already straight. Oh, I know what that's from. That was from this lawnmower. This lawnmower, the wheels turned on me, which made the beast even more impressive. So these turned on me, so they weren't spinning anymore, they were dragging. Yeah, right here, you can see I was dragging it. So usually when you drag, you know, you don't have the wheel spinning, that front end pops right up. It didn't do it this time. So I'm really happy with it. I'm happy that we're getting busy again. You know, the biggest problem with early startups like this, or with the startup of the business, is you go all winter and you don't have much work. So you got to get back to being motivated. You got to get back out here and say, okay, I'm going to do this. And it's not so much motivation. I want to come out here. It's trying to get your brain organized. You know, things get in the way. I was filling water. That's the thing. I was filling water. Carolyn was doing laundry when she showed up. Well, I mean, it was probably 11 o'clock when she got here. So I was already into that, the generator. And then the beast messed up. I mean, this is a half-hour job. It's not a big deal. And I could have got into it. But by the time I I figured out what I wanted to do, you know, get changed or work on the beast. You know, it was probably 12:30. And then of course lunch is coming around by this time. And so you're not really doing anything. So while she was cooking lunch, I thought, you know what? I think the easier job will be the beast. Get that carburetor off, take me 10 minutes to get it off. Take it apart, put it in the ultrasonic cleaner. And while it's cleaning, I can eat. So it cleaned for an hour. I always let it run for an hour. I know everybody says half hour, but I just feel better with an hour. I'd rather run it an hour and not have to take it apart again because it didn't clean it the first time than doing that, just that, taking it all apart again. And then in the morning, you know, I can just do this. So I think you know, you just gotta get motivated again. I said motivated. That is not the word I'm wanting to use. I don't know what word to use, but you just got to get organized, I guess is the best way to put it. And I just, when she showed up, here's the thing, I guess, about the start of the season. You know, by the time July comes around, you're like constantly busy, you're constantly working. So if she'd have showed up and I was already working on something, I'd have just set this aside until the morning. I wouldn't even thought about it. Yeah, I'll do that in the morning, and you know, I can come up with a game plan and just continue working on whatever it is I was working on. But today, you know, I'm excited to get back to work. So it's like, okay, let's jump into it. I mean, I did get it up and drop the deck. You know, I didn't have to crawl around to do that. So, oh, what else is going on? I think there's another mower coming. At least she says there's one coming. It's a cable, a deck engagement cable. And I thought she would show up before this lady did. You know, I told this lady it could have a plastic carburetor. And I told her, you know, if it's a plastic carburetor, we can't get that replaced. They're obsolete now. Fortunately, that's a metal carburetor. The guy said carburetor. A transmission. A plastic transmission. Can't get the plastic transmission replaced. Fortunately, that is a metal transmission. So, and as at war as the belt is, I'm confident it's the belt. It also has a lot of play in it. So, but the thing about that is I got to drop that PTO, and that's just hard. It's heavy, and so you got to get in there and hold it up and get it all lined up and splined up correctly. So that's the only downside to this brand, is that how heavy that PTO is. And the other thing is you want to make sure you get that PTO tight. You don't want that dropping down. I had one drop down. I mean, I tightened it. I even looked at the video to make sure. I tightened it, but it was it had come loose. So I put some blue Loctite on that the next time. And I'll do that all the time. See, there's the problem, is the Loctite. You put the Loctite on, and if it seizes up, then you got Loctite and a seize issue. So, but what I'll do is I'll put some grease on the shaft. That keeps the pulleys from seizing up. And then I'll put some blue Loctite on the bolts, so the bolts will stay in. Yeah, and what else is there? I guess that's it. So I guess I'll jump off of here. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video over my other channel. Really appreciate it if you go check it out. So I hope I can inspire you to, I don't know, get busy so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.